Welcome back, everybody. It's currently Sunday, 27th of June, 1 p.m., 13 p.m. Central European Time, and we're going to follow and keep doing the backtesting after the previous backtesting day, where we had ISM manufacturing PMI. As you can see, we had it. We saw how it was worse than expected, worse than previous, and we were predicting to be a bullish action on gold. We didn't take the trade, but we saw exactly here is when happened the news, exactly this time, where you could have entered here on the candle, here following for 70 pips, even break retest, and 35 pips, easy money. We discovered how the use of sell limits. So we put a sell limit below this order block created after many rejection of this level, key level. We managed the trade accordingly. We could have gone 12 pips of profit, but we were looking to take partial profits here at these lows and the full profit here down below. We managed to close it at 3 pips of loss. So I'm not saying it was a win, but it was indeed a good result, a very good trade management for me, if you ask me. We then saw another reaction, a rejection at this key level. We analyzed, and you can go and check the video again, where could we have entered, and we only found that the risky entry could have been here after engulfing bearish, weak bearish, and then some strong candle, putting 10 pips more or less of stop loss, with avoiding this whipsaw because you put it above this level, and then taking like 15 pips of profits. As I want to remind you that this is not to show how profitable I am. So even if this trade you saw in live, I didn't do it, I want to learn, I want to get better at trading. So even this, we already saw that the price went here. Okay, come back. Where could I have entered? Is this another order block like the previous one? Yes. Let me put this. Okay. This is the same situation where the in-trend move is bearish, and we see that if price manages to break below, we'll have an impulsive, maybe not even waiting for a retest action. Yes, so we placed it, and we are starting now to, sorry for the car, we are starting now to try to understand, have a grasp of, maybe, since my problem is execution of trades, this might be something that I can implement in my trading system, in my trading plan. The fact of using sell buy limits when there's an order block created in the trend that I already spotted in the analysis, in the daily analysis. And today we'll see. Now, then we have ranging market, and then we have the news. So we are starting now. It is Tuesday. Okay, we are going to jump to. We still have to see how we stopped here yesterday, but we still have the final services PMI, which is expected better than previous. I don't know. This that's why. This is not correct. Okay. There you go. So we are going to jump to the following day. If they allow me to do that. Okay, welcome back, guys. I had to restart the trading platform. So we are going to, as I said, jump to the next following day. So we are going to the daily. Okay. And to jump at the pre-London session as usual, 6 a.m. GMT, of course. Okay. So this is it. You don't need this anymore. So let's see what do we have here on the hourly time frame. Daily, sorry. So yesterday we closed as a doji. No confirms yet. We didn't break below. Let's go on the 4 hours time frame. Okay. Okay. So we are seeing the sort of ranging. Let's go on the 1 hour. We didn't do much. We can extend this line. You see how it reacted as a support. This was, if you remember, when we entered here, as you can see on the history on chart, this was our take profit because this was the previous low. And you can see how strong of a support it has been. Because if you see it on the 4 hours as well, if it goes even on the 4 hours, you see how not a single 4 hours, not even broke below this level. So let's see on the, so we see on the hourly time frame, there's not much left to say, not much different than the previous day. We are having a resistance and a support, so we can have impulsive action above, like 36 pips, to retest, to revisit the previous highs, or we can have below this level, this resistance, action to go and revisit these lows. Remember, this is the week of the NFP. So today, you know, is Wednesday. Friday is usually the NFP day. Wednesday is the ADP. Thursday. So it's not today, it's tomorrow. Nice. So today we don't expect a lot of action since the big news are coming tomorrow. So let's see on the lower time frame. What can we expect? This is already fine, right? No. Okay, perfect. Now it is. You see, we can place sell limits below this level, buy limits above this level, but since it's still pre-London, it's as you can see, London hasn't started yet. We still have 1 hour of Asian, and then we start only with London volume. Let's see how it moves. So as I said, I'm not expecting big impulsive moves, apart from the maybe moving in this range, as I said, so above this level and below this level. Okay, we see how it is moving. Let's go on the 1 minute. I give you one zoom more for you guys, for my eyes as well, and we start. Let's see. What do we have here? So we're still in the range. What we can notice, as we noticed yesterday, that we broke above this order block highs. We managed to stay kind of above, but after this impulsive bearish candle here, we cannot really say that this order block is being respected. So even if now now we are almost more or less at the order block, I'm not saying okay, now it will jump up. As I said, I'm expecting safer sells, buys, scalper buys above this level or below this level, just for scalping purposes. Remember that we had yesterday the a worse than expected economy indicator, let's call it this way, the PMI. So the intraday is not that good for, not that bearish for gold, but might be eventually bullish, since the US economy is not showing that strength that investor wants. So let's see. Right now looks like price is creating higher lows, higher highs, you can see. Let's see if it goes and taps this key level and this as well, those previous highs. It is low, but is steadily going up. Let's see. If we have a wedge creating, then after the squeeze might be up or down. So remember that we are in a range. So exactly as I said, bearish impulsive engulfing candles, followed by a pullback, bullish pullback, weaker, weak, bullish, even a bearish. This is not confirmed yet. Now let's see who goes in control. Nice engulfing, nice continuation, instantly rejected and corrected by sellers. Big bearish candle. This is we are in a range, so there's not much that we can think about it. We can go and we revisit these lows, but then we have to be mindful of the reaction at those previous low, as I said. I want to stay on 1 minute. Nice. Engulfing, bearish, this bearish, corrected every single candle that pushed price above, like 10 pips of a candle. Let's see now, it should be a pullback. Now let's see if start creating now lower highs and lower lows to maybe take advantage of some sell scalps. Nice engulfing. What I can see is we can try to put, as I said, sell limit here, over here. So I want to put it below this wick, 7 pips from where I am now. So I'm going to do it. So I'm going also to place a take profit, because I want to, for 50 pips. So we put, I will show you. Okay, 73. So 7 pips, 0.3 with 20 pips stop loss, 50 pips of take profit. Is 20 pips fine? Yes, should be fine. So I want to place a sell limit, which is a sell stop. I always forget, I always confuse these two. Exactly, so the order will get activated here with this stop loss and this take profit. I put the take profit just because otherwise I will not be able to manage the take profits during the trade if I don't place it now in the simulator. Let's see. Okay, nice. Got a big rejection. We are on the 5 minutes. I want to go on the 1 minute. As I said, 1 minute. If price goes above here, I will delete this one and consider buys. But everything depends, as I said, if price continues to make or not. lower highs and lower lows. Big rejection. To me, it looks nice. Looks good. Looks bearish. The point of placing a sell stop is that it might get activated now, but price being ready, sort of with the right liquidity, to break below later. So that's why I usually take execution based on my on price action, live price action, and manual execute market orders. But since it's simulation, I don't care. I don't mind too much. Okay, got activated. Let's see if it gets rejected or it stays below. Okay, we look like we have a retest higher than expected. Let's see if sellers can be getting control again. Nice engulfing bearish candles, followed by another one. So nothing. Let's see if we can manage to make some profits. So now let's take out the trade panel. So we are now 8 pips in profit, as you can see. Of course, I'm not touching it. I could change the stop loss, and I will actually. There's no need to have it. We already have the retest. So if we go back here again, I think then is creating another block, and I want to place it over here, few pips above, reducing the risk from 20 pips to 12 pips, and that's absolutely reasonable. Remember, that's also why if you learn and understand price action, okay, you can wait for the retest and enter manually as at the first sign of, okay, we have a bearish retest, buyers weren't able to push price back up. As I was saying, you can enter here. But let's see how this trade is moving. Okay, remember we are at a not a key level, but we are at the previous. Where is this line? Let me check it on the 5 minutes time frame. Why is not going? It doesn't want to go. Okay. The previous lows. Okay. So that's where price might react over here. So we have to be mindful of this reaction. Let's see. Okay, looks nice, looks nice. Okay, so now we are at a key level. We are 26 pips in profit, so break even for sure, and I close partial. I will take 80% off in profit with 26 pips, so I only have 0.2 lots open that I will leave it running to this actually 50 pips. Even if it gets to the key level, of course it will overshoot a little bit, but now I'm risk free. I don't care about the trade and I'm living the good life. Let's see, a pullback is expected. Of course, always remember that in a healthy bearish trend or bullish trend, every trend, sellers and buyers have to work together. There can't be, except for news, for something, there can't be just sellers, only bearish candles, because sellers have to take profits. So it's right and it's fine that is we see pullbacks. They have to take profits like we did, exactly like we did. So it's fine. Now, obviously, if price manages to break above here, then buyers got in control at from the key level. But if it's just say, and we see here some bearish action, taking back the control of price, then it's the trend is can follow and can resume. Let's see. Okay. As you see, we had a pullback, the end of pullback. Let's see now the reaction of buyers and sellers. Of course, you would like to see a follow-up of sellers here, but we are running risk-free. We don't actually care. We got our profit, so we can. I will go out now, not because I'm scared, but actually, if I have to be clear, we are still testing these lows. So I'm running risk-free. I don't care. If we get a big bullish candle, it's fine for me. Stop me out. Okay. Looks like we are breaking above. Trade is still live. Now we are getting stopped out in a few seconds. Exactly. But it's fine because we are risk-free. Now we have another reaction of this, not a key level, but it was a high area, price sensitivity area. Okay, let's see the reaction. It's not breaking above. Now the question is it doable to re-enter here? Was it a deeper pullback? I don't personally like to now re-enter a trade, since we still have New York coming up in 2 hours and a half, more or less. We still have big data coming up tomorrow, so why risking the profits? Let's see. There's no rush to enter a trade now. We don't have to take any trades, but it looks like we are getting some reaction, some rejection of this area. So could be this place, this area where the bearish, the buyer, the sellers are getting back in control. Oh, okay. I would have got stopped out, so I'm really happy about not entering a trade, rushing another trade, so absolutely fine. Now we see big impulsive bearish candles corrected immediately. We're going to jump to New York. So now is New York opening. We created a sort of order block here, ranging these highs, these lows, got touched many times, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 4, 5 times. A break below. We're now at the previous area. Let's see the reaction at the key levels. Boom. Instantly corrected. New York wants to make probably a pullback before or even push price up. But there's no rush. There's no... Of course, we're not having any news, any headline here. We only have the economic report. So we have, whatever we have in New York, we have big confirmation of buyers and getting back in control, managing to break above this level, this previous highs of the order block, like sort of retesting it. Let's see now if this was just a pullback to continue down, or now New York volume wants to push gold up. We have a small pullback, retesting previous highs, breaking below. Oh, okay. We are now in a close range between these two price sensitivity area. Okay. Reactions. Now looks like they're breaking above. Retest. Let's see. Okay. Always try to notice the trend intraday. Even if it's messy, we still are creating and printing higher lows, higher highs. So take that in consideration. Let's see if they can manage to make new highs. Or they're getting squeezed. Let's see, because we can also expect a squeeze. Exactly when I called it. This resistance for that period was too strong. Maybe they need to grab some liquidity, and then they can try to push. Look how they're closing the candles at the exact same on the dot. Fascinating. If price manages to close and even retest these previous highs, then we can see gold to go back up. Okay, you see, break up. Now we are retesting these previous highs. And breaking below. If you enter here, you have like 15 pips. We are still live. Let's see. Sort of small order block creating. For now, there are still no sign of sellers getting back in control unless we break this structure. Good reaction at the key level. And big bearish impulsive candles. Now we got a shift because if we do a trend line over here, we see a shift in market structure here, definite, well defined or big bearish impulsive candles, already targeting 35 pips. Now we are breaking below this previous area sensitivity, price sensitivity area. We see small bullish candles. Let's see now if we get rejected and goes manage and to traverse back down below this level. We are currently, we are still in the middle of probably. We already have New York Stock Exchange open. It's managing to close above. So for now, there's no entry because we are still in a range. This is a big range, but why you have to fight the range when you can fight the trend? So we took advantage of, don't even remember when we had the trade. We took our 25 pips. Why you need to fight the range? So let's see. No, not even. I want to say, let's see if New York Stock Exchange has the juice to push gold above those previous highs, but got it corrected. Okay, I'm not really interested in this, so I will jump to tomorrow, because tomorrow is the ADP non-farm payroll. So let's see. This is all the day. Crazy. This is crazy. That's why you sometimes when you see the trend is this, you don't have to stare at the chart all day. We already got our trade, we already got our scalp. There's no need to waste our energy on the charts. We know that the big event is tomorrow, is Thursday, and the bigger event is NFP on Friday that we will get to analyze and trade probably in the next video, not now. So we are now on Thursday, the day of the ADP, non-farm employment change. As I said, they are expecting already less jobs than the previous one, than the previous month. Even less unemployment claims, okay. Similar ISM service, PMI. So let's go and see what can we expect prior to the news. So we can expect investors are already predicting and expecting a negative news for US dollar. So what will you do if you are expecting negative news for the dollar, so that you know that the news will bring good price, good juice volume and reason to buy gold and sell the dollar? You can probably see a price in because you want to buy gold at the lowest level. So what we can expect is to see some pullback where prior to the news where it wasn't able to go in the previous days. So maybe below these lows, below this key level, maybe even further here. Remember, today is ADP, it's not the official government data, is a private sector. But let's see. We have to go to pre-London, so in a couple hours. Okay, Asian brought price up. Oh, okay. So during the night, we had big impulsive bullish candles closing above this key level. Let's see now during all the London session what it will happen here. So let's go back on the 1 minute. Okie dokie. Okay, let me fix this. Okay. So now we are still in pre-London. So let's go into London session. Okay, now we are in London. On the 5 minutes, we saw a big impulsive candles during the night. 60 pips. Nice. Now we are just ranging, printing a code bar, as you can say. Here, there you go. Not much volume at the start. Of course, we are expecting this big data in a few hours, not too much, not too late during the day. We are still closing above the key level. This could have been a nice scalp, 15 pips for now. We are revisiting the previous highs. Let's see if price goes up and beyond it. Okay, it's tapping the previous highs, not showing. Oh, showing indeed enough strength to break above for like 20 pips. We are making new highs. This is sign of there was either some news, some headline showing off, but since we are expecting bad news for gold, yes, maybe my analysis was wrong, was that pricing in the pullback will be at the news, but prior, so the prior hours than the news, the data report coming out, maybe we already have the pricing in concept of the investors pushing gold up because they already expect, they're already getting their profits on. So we saw impulsive candles, order block, a liquidity grab, and then back up. Okay, let's move on. Pullback. Let's see, can even start to retest these highs, or even have the juice to go back up instantly, as it's doing. Buyers are showing lots of control. There are a lot of buyers printing, pullback, buyers, pullback, buyers. From this morning, it was already 75 pips, 78, 79, 80, 85. Crazy. This is, as I said, this is the action you want. You don't fight the range, don't fight the order block. You go, you see buyers, small pullback, buyers, small pullback, buyers. Of course, if you don't secure position, you can get fucked. But now we are testing previous highs. Let's see if it breaks below, and we test the level. This, I think it might have been a misplay by me, expecting price to go down, just watching price moving without actively thinking about it. What we see was expecting bad news. So investors might already price in the bad news, and that's what I think is my big mistake. The liquidity grab setting up for better prices happens right prior in the minutes prior to the news, not hours prior to the news. What I was able to see was, okay, wake up, pull back, retest the level, making a new high, failure to make a new high, okay, but failure to break below. Again, new high, big bearish, followed immediately up with the bullish and buyers in control, failure to break even below, not even below these previous lows, even below the key level, big engulfing bullish. This one is closing, even here, you are closing above the previous highs. Of course, there's there's no certainty that you, unless price goes above these previous highs, there are no confirmation, no confirms of entering, because it can get rejected and travel this way all the way to the news. Here we can see is when we are breaking above, we can enter here. We have impulsive. Of course, our trade is still safe because we put our stop loss here, 18 pips, and then we get 60 pips. So I think this was sort of misplay by myself, not being actively able to see live. But it doesn't matter. Now we are in the middle of London session. less volume, less movement. Let's move to close to the news, which is in 15 minutes. Ranging, whipsaw. Okay, so now we go on in 5 minutes. You see ranging. What can we expect? Or what are the levels of reference for the news? So this level and below these lows. We have the news in 15 minutes. There's the opening of New York right now. Let's see now. Okay. Let me clone these two to see them on the 1 minute. It has already been broken. Okay. That. Let's see now the reaction at the key level. Nice fake out. We have the news in 5 minutes. Oh, okay. In 2 minutes we have it. So let's move to the start of the next minute candle, which is exactly now. So it's 12:15, as you can see here. The ADP just showed much better news than expected. Much better employment. That means gold is going to melt, in my opinion. In 15 minutes we have also the unemployment claims, but this was the liquidity grab for the better prices, because I can say they knew that the report was good, so they already have better prices for themselves. What I will do is place a sell stop now, because I'm now in the 20 pips below here. Oh no, not even. I will just move it slowly, the time, so like 29 times the normal. We are expecting price to melt, so now this will be my area of interest for sells. Jesus Christ. Let's go back on the 1 minute. Okay. Crazy. There's not even time to enter with this data. Okay, we can say we enter here. It's strong, it's crazy strong. We enter here, 20 pips stop loss. Take profit. I will just move it. I don't want to be hit straight. Okie dokie. I will have, of course, partial taken here. And I don't. Let's see if I can manage, because we already saw the week. Let's see if we manage to close it partial at the key level. Okay, so we are now 37 pips in profit. So we are going to close partials, 80%, break even, and now we leave it for to take profit here if then goes below. Okay, now you can move it a little bit faster. Okay. Reaction at the key level. Pullback. Looks like sellers are not getting into control again yet. Let's see how the block created. We are now in the New York. I think we're getting stopped out. Or maybe not. Let's see. We don't care. We are break even. And we see that price is resuming, is reacting again. So we have the unemployment change claims, sorry, less than previous, less than expected. So that should give more juice to the bearish trend in gold. Let's see now. Okay, nice. Okay, we got our profit and we got our nice trade closed. So at the key level we got a rejection. Let's see now. We can expect price to continue down. The point is, don't be greedy. Don't just wait to take partial. Don't wait to take, look where it's going now. Of course, now reports are showing good news for the dollars, for the economy. But take your profits. Okay, so now what is this data saying? The ADP non-farm saying that there are much more employees than expected, and this will give NFP tomorrow some change because they were expecting less than previous jobs. But this can give the indication that there might be more. So I think that now the price will range till the next following days to see where the official NFP data will show the actual employment change. So now what are we going to see? Today, what did we do today? We took, this was yesterday, we got some profits, 21 pips, 26 pips. Today we got almost 100 pips with the runner. We got 37 pips with the 80%. Nice profits, clean, mainly understanding the news. So for today, that's it. Maybe I will record the NFP data tonight. But since then, take care.